Salam, this is Gurucharan Singh Khalsa of the Kundalini Research Institute. People ask this question. When you read Japji, which is one of the things we do in our yoga sadhana, as well as in our Sikh sadhana, this mantra of Japji is absolutely beautiful, and right near the end, Guru Nanak says something. He says, you have to do the hard work, the churning of the Nam, this churning and going into this repetition of sound, where the words take you beyond your own limited consciousness into your infinite consciousness. So why does he say the hard work? Why is it difficult? Now this is interesting because many people begin to meditate and understand meditation as going into, say, a positive state of mind. Have a good thought. The world is beautiful, I am great, God has blessed me, I'm going to have a good one. I might even win the lottery today. So there's a lot of kind of magical thinking that goes along with meditation. But meditation, as represented in Japji and as Yogi Bhajan taught us, is a lot of hard work. Yeah, it's hard work for two basic reasons. First, as soon as you change any pattern, your own subconscious comes up against you. You know, if you go to work the same way every day and then you decide to take a new path, you might find yourself falling back to the old one, your habits. So there's a certain amount of momentum in our minds that we have to retrain. That takes an effort. But more than that, when you really meditate, you provoke your own thoughts that you have not paid attention to. So not only are you changing, let's say, a habit or a frequency, you're also allowing a confrontation between you and all the things that you didn't notice getting by you. Now, the understanding of this is very simple. We have thousands of thoughts, impulses, feelings. These are going through constantly. Now we can actually watch this in our brain now. We can look at the alertness of the brainstem. We can see the levels of activity going on. We know about the length of time it takes to sense the beginning of a thought, in a certain number of milliseconds. Now, how many of these do we have a sense that I have this thought? Maybe 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 of these impulses and thoughts. But every time we have a thought, the Guru would tell us that every single thought has an effect, has an action. And so you're having a huge amount of, let's call it momentum or psycho weight that accumulates with all of these thoughts heading in different directions. So when you meditate, you're calling before you. You're putting yourself on the throne of consciousness and you're saying, oh, thoughts who are the subjects of my kingdom, come before me and let me just assess what's going on and do we agree with you or do we not. It is that's the hard work. You establish a frequency with our Guru mantra. You're going Vaheguru, 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 and with it is an automatic feeling of vastness, connection, humility. Before that, where you're not judging, you're not reacting, you're not saying I like it, I don't like it, but you bring before you every thought as if you had the responsibility, the stewardship, to say, do I put my whole consciousness behind that thought? Do I agree to the emotion that came up? You'll have every emotion, things you like, things you don't like. That's not the issue. The issue is, in the consciousness, do we qualify that? And do we now agree to put our commitment and heart behind one thing or another? That is meditation. So meditation is quite a process. We have to learn to recognize what's in our mind. We have to learn to have a relationship to it. We have to filter it at a frequency of a higher consciousness that we accept. And as you do that, pretty soon the mind becomes more and more clear, more and more ready to become a servant. To say, what is it your soul speaks? How can I serve that? How can I take the words of my own consciousness as a hukam to deliver my active spirit in my life? And this is both the yogi practice and the Sikh practice. Sadhana.